Viruses, molds, bacteria, that's all a challenge on school campuses. Schools have a very unique situation where the risks are layered or compounded for a school.
Do you remember when you went to school? What'd you do? You touched the floor, you put your hands in your mouth. So you need a continuous system that works in the background while the kids are in school that can disinfect surfaces and the air and keep them safe.
Caspr's NCT technology is very different than what most schools have done. So if a school wanted to disinfect a surface, a faucet or a door handle, they would typically spray or wipe or disinfect that at some point. But they can't disinfect it every few minutes. So what Caspr does is continually disinfect those surfaces and the air versus what a school normally does, which is disinfect those surfaces in the morning, and then school happens, and then maybe at night they disinfect it again.
And the difference between what we do at Caspr and what has been done for decades, which is basically, filtering, ventilating, and maybe put some UVC lights. But how do you teach a virus, or even a bacteria that's on the floor, a virus that comes out of your mouth, that has to go through the filter before going to the kids or the teacher that is next to you? You can't, and it just doesn't make sense. So how do we do that with Caspr? The technology and the gaseous hydrogen peroxide is in the room and continuously lowers those levels of bacteria on surfaces or in the air. And that's the big difference. Because we're active, we go to the source of the problem, we will eliminate that problem before you get exposed to it.
And it's not just classrooms. For instance, we have a distributor in Louisiana who has been incredibly successful at putting our Caspr transit units on school buses. A lot of the schools are telling them that they are trying to make sure they can disinfect the air and surfaces and protect the children before they come into the school, before they bring pathogens into the classroom. So it's a proactive way to protect students and teachers.
Because you can't ask kids to act like adults. They're going to be kids. Kids have to be kids. So we're there at Caspr to keep them as safe as possible and work in the background without disturbing the kids.
We are on a mission to make the world indoors a better place.